Welcome to Dallas. So
Thank
this is a
you.
very different situation you find yourself heading into this fight week,
Yes.
coming off of your very first loss, and now you're trying to get your belts back. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel great. I had a great camp, and we didn't have the same challenges this time as the last time. So I'm I'm just happy, and I'm ready to take back what's rightful mine.
So the lead up to March 13th has been anything but amicable. It's not something we've seen from either fighter before. How has that affected your preparation, and has it given you extra motivation?
Excuse me?
Has all the talk going on before the fights given you any extra motivation leading
Oh,
up
the
to it?
trash talk from
Yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah.
I don't care about her. I'm not into trash talking. I made my legacy. I'm happy with that. She will never achieve half of what I have achieved, and I think that weighs hard on her. And but I mean, I don't want to be miserable, going to the fight, and I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. I want this to be fun. I want this to be a great moment when I take my belts back. So I don't focus on her at all.
So she's been very vocal about promising to end your career and a swan song and retirements, and you've responded by questioning her route and her legitimacy as a champion. Would you say that this fight has become personal?
No, not for me. I mean, it's good to do a little bit trash talking up to promote a fight, but when she started to talk bad about me and my team, like 24 hours after the last fight, I lost respect for her. And you can't be offended or take anything personal from somebody you don't respect. So I'm just happy, I feel calm and I'm ready to get my belts back.
I recall you said that she was delusional. What did you mean by that?
I just think I mean, she got the belts the last time, and the way she got the belts, she needed her catch weight, she needed to fight at home, in her home country, she needed all the home judges, I can go on and on, but when you kind of measure that with her trash talk, it just becomes a little bit comical. I mean, if she had gone in there and grabbed the belt from me, knocked me out, that would be a whole different thing. But this was a fight that I would have won any other place.
So when you revisit that fight in Tulsa, in your mind, do you think that you did enough that night to get the belts, to retain the belts?
I felt so. I've been in so many fights in my career, and I knew I did what I needed to win. I was a little bit naive. I did not consider the fact that I was on her home turf. I will not make that mistake again.
So there were questions raised about whether or not you were going to retire immediately after the fight, and obviously you decided to exercise your rematch clause. So do you believe that there's more of a legacy to build here? Is that why you came back?
Well, first of all, the reason why I came back was for me, because I know I'm better fighter than her in every possible way. So I came back to take the belts back for me. I have done everything you can possibly think of. I built my legacy. I was the first undisputed champion, first woman to get the ring belt. I have sold out arenas, 10,000 tickets. I have hit 1 million mark when it comes to viewers, and I sold pay-per-views. I've done everything. So for me on Saturday, it's just taking the belt back because I know I'm a better fighter than Jessica.
You said on that night that you weren't yourself, you didn't feel yourself. What have you learned from that night, and what are you planning on exercising on Saturday night?
Well, I think it's, the last time was extraordinary, and I was stuck 6 months. A couple of weeks after I got to camp in Big Bear, a pandemic broke loose, and I was stuck there 6 months. And I don't know if people understand this, but you struggle with a lot of guilt when you are so far away from your family, from your friends, from your loved ones, and you take that choice to, instead of going back and home to Norway to be with them, you stay in Big Bear and you train. So there was not a lot of happiness in this camp. So that, of course, affected me. And I heard Jessica said I was mentally weak for that, and I don't think it's not an excuse, but I just want people to know what athletes sometimes has to go through, and to be honest about that. That had a yes, that was hard. That was a hard time. So I have no problem with saying that. But this camp was and was a normal camp. Mm-hmm. Of course, there's always something that goes wrong, but I have been able to enjoy my boxing. I love boxing, and I have done what I love the most, and I'm happy now. And I am looking forward to get in the ring on Saturday.
So we've seen some enormous comeback stories in recent years. Do you feel like regaining your belts on Saturday puts you in line for a big name clash somewhere down the line?
Well, I mean, my focus is, of course, Saturday. After that, with the rise and explosion of women boxing, I would say there would be some possible huge fights in the future, for sure.
And to piggyback off of that, so how significant is this fight for you, specifically since it's during Women's History Month?
It is, for me, it's just being here. It's feels good. Considering the start of my career 20 years ago when I got into martial arts, and to now, and fighting on a big platform like this during, having the co-main event and all of this under Women's History Month, it is, it's quite special. It means a lot.
And how much would it mean to you to have your hand raised here in Dallas on Saturday?
Well, I always looked at those belts as mine, rightfully mine. I just want to make sure that everybody. I just want to make a statement on Saturday, and I looking forward to that.
So what can the fans expect to see from you on Saturday night?
Well, something completely different from last fight, for sure, because I am now in peak shape and I'm happy. I feel good. I don't have my head and my thoughts other places. I don't have to worry about anything other stuff. I've been home with my family, my friends, and they told me, you know what, just go back and get those belts and get what's rightfully belong to you.
Well, Saturday night, looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you.